This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, sir?
Please come in, Akansha.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Akansha.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down.
Good afternoon.
So, Akansha, you had done your BTech Biological Sciences and Bioengineering.
Yes, sir.
That you did in 2018, and thereafter you are working for Broking Limited and thereafter Edelweiss.
Yes, sir.
So, why you want to join civil services after doing your biological sciences and bioengineering?
So, civil services, because it provides an opportunity to work for social sector. Sir, actually I worked at a private sector company, but I realized that I have an inclination for working at social sector. And I explored the various opportunities, for example, the impact investing or social investing or working at NGOs. But I realized that having resources, power, authority and legitimacy, civil services have maximum opportunity to make the most direct impact on the lives of the people. So I wanted to...
But don't you think that by becoming a civil servant, you will become a glorified clerk, and had you continued in bioengineering, you would have become like 𝐂𝐻𝐻𝐫𝐢𝐛𝐞 Majumdar?
Yes, sir. Sir, I really enjoyed bioengineering, but I did not want to get into research, or for becoming 𝐂𝐻𝐻𝐫𝐢𝐛𝐞 Majumdar, I have to get into further research studies to get credentials so that I can start something of my own. But I did not feel that my personality go into research, and rather I wanted to explore for management. So I started working at this job position where I was a manager, and I was working with a lot of teams, and I had a leadership kind of role.
But today it is expected that the youth will go in for startups, starting something new, creating something new. You could have continued in bioengineering, and you could have created some new vaccine or something.
Yes, sir. Sir, I read, especially after COVID, when I see that bioengineers or biotechnical engineers are doing really well, I feel very good that I have studied on that. But sir, I personally had inclination to work for social sector.
Okay, tell me one thing, which since we are talking about bioengineering and pharmaceutical, India is supposed to be one of the largest producer of pharmaceutical in the world. But basic research or the basic medicine or the vaccines do not come from India. We do some kind of either the reverse engineering kind of thing, or we take some kind of basic patent from somewhere, and then we work on that and do something. Why we are not creating our own patent? Why are we not creating our own vaccine? And why are we not doing the basic research in pharmaceutical?
Yes, sir. As you rightly said, we are known as the pharmacy of the world, but what we have excelled is in generic medicine. And here is where we are back engineering the process and actually copying
Absolutely.
the process.
Why so? Why not the basic research or basic new things?
Yes, sir. So, our manforce, the skilled manforce in our country, they are not very, they are not doing excellent in research, and that we are seeing.
This is what I am asking, why?
Yes, sir. So, the reasons are that, in my opinion, firstly, research ecosystem is not very developed.
So, suppose you become bureaucrat, you become Secretary to Government of India, and you are being given responsibility to promote research, especially in pharmaceutical, what will you do? How will you go about it?
So firstly, I believe this has to begin with the higher education reforms. So beginning with establishing or modifying the existing universities and making sure that they develop capacities for research. Secondly, sir, industry and university collaboration would further enrich the research capabilities of these universities. So pharmaceutical companies and medical parks, especially in Hyderabad, these should be integrated with universities so that an atmosphere can be created where PhDs are promoted and master student can be further
No, but Akansha, we have been trying to do it for last 75 years after independence. We created world-class institution called IIT, but not even a single Nobel laureate is from IIT. Why?
Sir, in my opinion, IITs were created with vision so that the technical independence of this country can be achieved. That we develop a skilled or technical manpower which can fulfill the technical agendas of this country.
Do you think that is happening? जितने लोग अच्छे पढ़ते हैं, they go abroad, they settle down in US.
Sir,
जो mediocres and talenters हैं, they remain in this country. What have we achieved, or what the IITs have achieved within the country?
Sir, I believe this is partly correct. This is this case that we are experiencing brain drain in our country is actually a case. Lot of, especially IITs, I see in my fellow group as well, that many, especially computer science graduates, they move to Silicon Valley.
Absolutely, this is what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So when they go to Silicon Valley, they may be creating something new to the existing pool of knowledge, though none of them have become Nobel laureate.
Yes, sir.
But those who continue to be in India, they have hardly added anything to the pool of knowledge, existing pool of knowledge. Why so?
Sir, there are certain cases where Indian IITs have actually contributed to
Like
India.
what? Tell me, give me example.
Sir, Narayan Murthy sir have created Infosys.
No, outside. No, acha, Narayan Murthy.
Yes,
He did masters from IIT Kanpur.
Kanpur, yes.
Yes. But what did he do? Did he create anything new to the existing pool of knowledge? He just used body shopping.
Sir,
He was using the cheap labor of India to do a lot of things for the IT industry of US and Europe. This is what the four major IT industries are doing in this country. आपको भी बताओ कोई नया सॉफ्टवेयर बनाया है, नया कोई चीज़ क्रिएट किया हो by either TCS or by Tech Mahindra or by Wipro or by Infosys.
so they are actually doing very well in service sector. India has actually.
That's right. This is what I'm saying. So basically what initially they had some medical prescription, so उनको convert करते थे that language into some kind of a computer language, and that kind of thing was happening. So that is nothing but body shopping. All right. Thank you very much, Akansha. I'll request my colleague to.
Thank you, sir.
Akansha, I was listening to when you were answering about women empowerment. Are you aware about this term, glass cliff?
Glass film, yes, sir. Glass ceiling, yes, sir.
Glass ceiling is different. Glass cliff.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of glass cliff.
Okay, but anyway, what is glass ceiling?
Sir, glass ceiling is the term used in the context of corporate jobs or the private jobs, where it is said that despite having skills and profile, women do not reach the leadership position or the managerial position in the boards or the directors of the company because of patriarchal issues.
Okay. You have been head of media and publicity.
Yes.
Tech Kriti. Tech Kriti is the annual technical festival.
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me media and public? Can you tell me some ethical concerns related to the functioning of media?
Yes, sir. So first and foremost is that media should be unbiased, and media should ensure that it is empowering the people by communicating or disseminating information, and it should rather not act as inseminating harmful news which can trigger disorder in the
Fake
public.
news and
Yes, sir.
misinformation.
Disinformation and fake news. Yes, sir.
What else? Any other ethical concerns?
Yes, sir. So media should be unbiased. It should not take sides. And
What
it
about
should-
cross ownership of media houses by corporates?
Yes, sir. Sir, we are seeing that in India there are concentration of media houses. For example, one large corporate are owning 4-5 different kinds of media
What are
channels.
the ethical issues involved with it?
So the ethical issues are that they won't be providing unconditional or unbiased information, and there will be no competition in the media.
Okay. What are the apprehensions associated with GM mustard?
Sir, GM mustard being a genetically modified food crop, people are concerned about different apprehensions. So, firstly, health concerns. It is not yet very certain that GM mustard won't have any other health effect, negative effect actually. And secondly, there is environmental concern that if we, so GM mustard being a herbicide, it might be ill for other food crops there. And there are certain weeds which it might erode, which can be useful. For example, there are certain weeds which are rather used as feedstock for the cattle. So environmental concern is another.
Okay. What do you understand from Earth Summit? Are you aware about something comes to mind when I say Earth Summit?
Yes, sir. So Rio Summit comes to my mind.
Exactly. What was the outcome? An important outcome of Earth Summit?
So it was the Kyoto Protocol.
Yes. And related to UNFCCC, are you aware about loss and damage fund?
Yes, sir. Sir, loss and damage fund was created to cater to the losses and damages which are actually received by the developing countries or the island countries which have received the ill effect of climate change, which was rather done by the developed countries during the industrialization period.
Thank you, Akanksha. That's all from my side. Pass on to the next member.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Akanksha.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the meaning of your name?
Sir, Akanksha means aspiration. desire.
Aspiration. Okay, so what do you aspire for?
Sir,
Apart from civil services, that is
Sure,
okay.
sir. Sir, I aspire that in my life, I use my privilege for good in whatever sense I can. And for India visioning a very strong repo in 100 years, I wish to contribute to that in some sense.
That's very good. Akanksha, you come from Gwalior. There is a very famous palace in Gwalior,
Yes, sir.
right? Can you tell me two very distinct facts about that palace?
Sir, I believe you are referring to the Jaivilas Palace. Sure, sir. Sir, firstly, the architecture is one of a kind. The architecture is European architecture, which has a mix of Italian, Tuscan, and Doric, different styles. And secondly, sir, it is known for two very heavy chandeliers in the museum, which was tested after 7 elephants walked on the ceiling to test if the chandeliers have strength.
Okay, that's very good. So, do you know that the Tropic of Cancer passes through Madhya Pradesh?
Yes, sir.
Through which cities does it pass, or nearing which cities?
Sir, it passes near Sanchi.
Sanchi.
Yes, sir.
And any other city?
Sir, I'm not sure about it.
You are not aware. Okay, no problem. So, Akanksha, since you come from MP, tell me something about also have a hobby of visiting museums. Tell me something about Rani Ahilyabai Holkar.
Sir, Rani Ahilyabai Holkar is a celebrated national hero. She belonged to the Malwa region, and she dominated the Malwan region, and she had capital from Indore. And most importantly, she displayed her courage in fighting, and she stood as a woman during the wars. She used to lead her forces. She used to herself go into wars, and apart from war and being a very good leader, she also promoted economy in her region. She promoted Maheshwari sarees and hand block prints, which have tradition even lasting to this date.
Okay, that's very good. So, you have graduated in biological sciences. So, Akanksha, can you tell me how much percentage of our GDP do we spend on R&D?
Sir, 0.65% approximately we are spending.
0.65%. So, when it comes to, let's say, developed countries, is it at par? Are we really doing good, or we need to increase it?
Sir, developing countries are spending above 3%. Some of them, South Korea, Japan, they are spending even more on that. And we are not at par with these countries. And we are, even at policy levels, we are discussing that this should be increased to at least 3%.
Okay, that's good. Recently, Mr. Elon Musk, he talked about something called as a neural network. Are you aware of this term? What does it mean?
Sir, though I am not very sure about this, but I believe he was referring to the neural network of satellites, which...
No, that's not. It is related to biology, human brain.
Sir, sorry, I was not aware about that in particular, but now I can actually remember a test which he conducted for pigs, where he actually tried to control the movement of limbs via controlling the neural network from the brain. So he inserted chips and tried to control the movement. For example, getting the pig move in a treadmill.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, hello, Akanksha.
Hello, sir.
You have worked for almost a year with Edelweiss.
Yes, sir.
And what was your role as platform manager? You have written platform manager.
Yes, sir.
So, what was this platform, and what was your role as a manager?
No, she was a platform manager in Broking Limited.
Yes, sir. Edelweiss Group.
Acha, same. All right.
Associate platform manager.
Associate platform manager.
Sir, associate is the entry-level term. My job position was a product manager, and my product was a mobile platform. That is why this designation is a associate platform manager. And
Platform related to trading?
Yes, sir. So it was a mobile trading and general market information platform. In that mobile application, we acted as brokers as well as market information providers. So all the information which are required for doing trading was provided in a manner where my role came, that we have to ensure that we are providing products which cater to the market by using
So basically it was related to app kind of a thing. Can we say it was an app?
Yes, sir.
It was an app for broking, not broking but share trading.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you think with these kind of apps, the share of population who can invest in shared market has increased?
Yes, sir. Sir, in fact, during COVID-19 period, when especially during the lockdown, we witnessed the highest number of DP accounts.
Yes, demat accounts.
Demat accounts. Yes.
How much? What is the barrier that they have broken? It was in news recently. Anyway, do you think that it has also resulted in financial losses because lots of people are not experts in share trading, yet the thrill or charm of investing, and they end up losing money. Do you see it as a negative of this kind of proliferation?
Yes, sir, that is actually the case that people are entering, and at the same time, when they do not have information or the right knowledge of where and how to invest, they lose money. But I do not see it as entirely negative, sir. So, getting into this share trading or the aspiration to increase wealth is appreciable and is indicative of a rising middle class who wants to invest money and want to grow wealth. So, in my opinion, it is a good news. But yes, we should also aim at making sure that they are aware and they are consciously investing.
Okay. And you also mentioned that your platform was also providing information. So it was related to education as well, financial education.
Yes, sir. Sir, in fact, I took it as an initiative because they were earlier catering to those people who had been doing trading for a long time. But being myself a new person into that field, I made sure that I put certain features so that if anybody wants to learn right from the scratch, we are providing some kind of information.
All right, very nice. So have you heard the term algorithmic trading?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, this is actually using computational models to trade at bulk size, or a large amount of trades are conducted using that.
All right. That's all from my side.